Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister. Last time we had to take some very delicate steps through some very difficult fights. And now we are here, long rested once again. And we have a couple of evil priest cult fanatic types ahead. And I'm hoping that we can dispatch them without having too much trouble in this fight. But of late we've been having more and more issues just trying to not get entirely wiped out by things like the lightning bolts that do 8d6 damage and such. So we're just going to gently push into this room. We have an unknown creature of some kind here with green eyes. That's always a good sign. A nice shiny pearly set of green eyeballs. Now, how close can we get while stealthing? Is my next question. Because if I could get to here, if that's cover, I'm not even sure it is cover at all. Alright, we got more evil priests flanking the sides, and another evil priest here. And I can hear some kind of snarling noise, which fills me with dread. So we're going to push back. And then I wonder if we should keep up our strategy of casting spike growth in strategic places. And I'm wondering if we're going to have to push back and set up the spike growth in this rectangle here. Otherwise, they're going to be able to go around. So if we push back... Welcome to the spike growth show, I suppose. Now, it's a shame we haven't reached level 5 yet, because if we had like a fireball or something, we'd be in a much better place for causing a bang here, but we're not even halfway from our last level. So I think we're going to start... I mean, could we start with a shatter? If we pressed forward a couple of steps, we probably could. Then hopefully that will cause surprise. That seems to get everyone, doesn't it? They're certainly changed to that kind of opaque teal colour. There's the surprise we wanted. That's the initiative rolls. There is an ogre zombie somewhere in the field. 15 thunder damage against 3 failures. Right, that is a good start. Where the zombie ogre is, I'm not entirely sure. But we're now going to push back into cover. Then evil priest is probably my biggest priority, because they are the ones that have used the lightning bolts in previous fights. I think we're going to rage for the extra damage, although that's only on melee attacks now that I think about it, but we can still attack recklessly. Priest is unlit out of dark vision range. Well, that's fine, because we're just going to make a straight roll then. Or not. Maybe our attack has to be a melee attack for that to work out. Ogre zombie might be back there. Troy. I think we're going to get a spiritual weapon going. That spiritual weapon is going to get to attack here. Fortunately, it's an attack at disadvantage. We can now also do a cantrip. And then we are going to push right back across so that none of us are in a directly straight line. We still have movement, but I don't think we need it. This Evil Priest also surprised. Now, Halcyon, you know the deal. We want as much spike growth as possible. I think this looks good. And then we don't want to be in a line with any of these guys. That's going to be tough. Maybe if we just push right back, we'll be out of range by the time the line attack finishes. But they're surprised, so we should get some extra movement soon. Why not shillelagh our club while we have the action to do it? God, this really is quite the occasion, isn't it? Right. How far into the room do we have to go to get that shatter to work the first time? I guess we can check it, can't we? Range 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we stand over to here, cast Shatter again. I don't think we need to quicken it because we can only cast a cantrip otherwise. And then we do it here again. $13 damage this time. One of them makes the save. The Evil Priest made the save. But hopefully that means they're going to spend their turn worrying about healing themselves, perhaps. Case in point. So, reckless attack. Before you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon strikes. Alright, well, we've had that confirmed for us now. We can still attack, though. Let's go after the Cult Fanatic, I guess. That's not going to do it. We will retreat again. So long as we make an attack, we will still be able to keep raging. Now, we can't move our spiritual weapon to attack anybody that we can't see. So, from here... Oh, and now that I've moved it, I can't attack with it. That was the dumb thing. So what we'll do is we'll push back to, like, here. And I'll tell you what. How about a second level Bless? One. Out of range. What's the range on Bless? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can move over one more. We can move over one more. Six tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me? I feel cheated out of a bless. Right, next turn then, perhaps. That's a blur, if I ever see one. Now, Halcyon, we're really just trying to remain concentrating on the spike growth over anything else. So, we are just going to push ourselves behind this piece of cover. Hopefully we can still be seen for Bless. And we'll take the dodge action. Thorns doing their great work. More blurring. But every time they take damage in the thorns, they have to make a concentration check for that spell. And now Lila is back up. We could risk a magic missile just to make sure we kill this cult fanatic. Although they're going to die in the thorns as soon as they attempt to do anything. Now, sightlines are the problem here, but we can fix that. Right, 17 damage, 8 and 8. It's pretty good going. We will push right back. They waste their spell slots healing. I am fine with this development. We can certainly get a longbow attack in here. Should definitely consider refilling on arrows at some point. Ogre Zombie is just somewhere else entirely, apparently. We are going to go after this evil priest. Solid 9 force damage there. Now, it shows me my line of sight to my foes, but not to my allies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, how's that bless looking? You're in range, you're in range, you're out of range. Probably just because you're entirely out of sight. If I were here instead... Tell you what, let's just do a first level bless. 1, 2, 3. And push back to here. That's really rude. We are no longer concentrating on bless. The fact that they can make that shot through all this wall is just unfair, I think. We're just going to push back even more then. And take the dodge action. And we actually have somebody to fight now. More turns spent healing over there. For a 1 on a d8 is even better. even with a +6 to hit, we can't get there. How are we +6 to hit at the moment? +4 charisma, +2 proficiency. Yeah, we leveled up to 4, didn't we? They're re-blurring. We're obviously just going to come take a swing here. Very nice. Use the last of our movement to push back up against this wall. Troy. Can't quite see any of these folks. And we currently have 3 HP, which is unideal. So let's move this closer to the door so we might have line of sight on it in future attacks. And then we're actually just going to push further along so we are less likely to be caught in a line where they're going to want to use multiple attacks, or a large attack to attack multiple targets rather. So that is Lila down. What's the range on Healing Word? 12. Cannot see the target. Alright then, well right now we will dodge. And then hopefully next time we can get over there. More awkward healing from this bunch. Lila fails a saving throw. Don't know what this ogre zombie is doing. They apparently just have no plans. We are going to run over here. Recklessly attack with our axe. That's 7 damage against the Necromancer. Still got quite a lot of HP they do. Right, we will move the spiritual weapon to this doorway as planned. And then if we get over here to cast Cure Wounds, my concern is we'll then be a primer target for a great big attack again. How hard is it going to be to get line of sight on that guy? Not too hard. But to hit them is a whole other story. Right. We will back off. Priest loses their blur. Nearly dies. Now, we are not going to get over to Lila through this Necromancer right now, unfortunately. So we will step in 1 tile, attack with our magic club. 8 damage is good, but now we're at risk of taking these kinds of attacks. But we are still concentrating on the vines. Oh man. Alright, everything has gone to hell. Lila is dead because she rolled a crit 1 on her death save, which was worth 2 death saves and has now died. Halcyon is down, and we are no longer concentrating on the spikes, which is also terrible. I have no idea how many of those spell attacks everybody else has. We didn't attack at advantage, so that's a lost opportunity. That can't get to there. We can't see them to attack. Halcyon is not dead yet. And we can still attack this guy with a club. That's a kill. We have no movement left though. They are healing. Right, Halcyon is up. Obviously, this is the play. And then retreating. They're still trying to heal. Alright. Troy is down. If Troy doesn't die, he can get Lila up. I take it we used our Relentless Endurance to not die here. Yep. We've got 2 Evil Priests left and the Ogre Zombie. Then we're done. From here, we can see them. That is a great 10 damage. We needed that. Take full cover. Ogre Zombie is just being bizarre. This priest is healing. That's fine. And they're risking death to come out here. We can try and kill them, or we can try and get Troy up. Ulra is going to get a turn before the priest does. So we can Healing Word. I said we can Healing Word. Oh, they're dead. Sorry. Troy. Then we can cast a cantrip here. Whiff. They're healing over there. Round 8. We are attacking recklessly. This one. Please kill them. Alright, we forced them to use their reaction. That's something. Troy is up. Lila has 8 turns left before they die. We have to kill an entire ogre zombie that we can't even see before Lila dies, because Revivify oh, we might be able to do it during combat. I can't say I've ever tried. I thought it took like 10 minutes to cast. So this evil priest has higher AC at the moment. So if we wanted to harm them, Sacred Flame would be the play. Or we could try and put them to sleep. But to do it in a way that doesn't get our allies in it as well, I guess that will work. Alright, I approve. Halcyon. Come and crit this one to death, please. Bonus action. We've already done that, so we can't Shillelagh again since we got knocked out. Well, that was just terrible. We missed. Now this evil priest is blurring themselves. We are attacking them at advantage and killing them. Oh, they've still got their shield up. You're kidding me. I still don't understand what that ogre zombie is doing. Can we cast Revivify? We can. Good. We got knocked out, so we lost our thing. Back to a fresh evil priest attack opportunity. Still can't do it. There's a lightning bolt incoming. Alright. Now Troy is down. We've got fresh problems. Please, please. Kill them. Thank you. Halcyon. Creates 10 berries infused with magic. Eating a berry restores 1 hit point and provides sustenance for a long rest. Berries vanish after a long rest. Cast spell. Healing word Troy, because Troy has other healing magic. And if that was a bonus action, we can still cast a regular spell. Big whiff. Separate ourselves from any other potential targets. I don't know that they have any more big spell slots. That was a cantrip. We're rolling successes over here, which is good. We have lost our thorns again. Ogre Zombie still being awkward. Our rage has ended. Has it been 10 rounds? Is that what's going on? We don't have enough movement to get across. We can healing word Lila. Probably should have cured wounds for the higher value, but you know, you live and you learn. Then ready, cantrip attack. Here we can cast spell. It's at disadvantage again. And that's rough. What are you up to? Oh, just a casual shatter, you know, as you do. Halsin and Troy are both down now, which is really bad because everybody else doesn't really have healing capabilities. We can try and stabilize Troy at least. We fail. We can get over here. Recklessly attack to get past the disadvantage. That's solid. Attack of opportunity, absolutely. Alright. What I don't understand is how there is just a zombie ogre somewhere waiting to destroy us. Because we can't end this combat of our own volition by running away. I don't think that works in this game. But we're going to need to get everybody at least in fighting shape before we try and take on an ogre. Do we have a healing potion we could administer? Heal other. Right, Halsin's up. Halsin can come over here and cast spell Cure Wounds on Troy. That's a good roll. Now, I'd love to take a short rest, but that obviously isn't on the cards. We can't use these unidentified healing potions because they're unidentified, which is dumb. So I guess we need to... Let's get everyone hiding. That is a great plan. Troy is up. We are going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on Olra and her 1 HP. An 8 and a 1 is exactly average. And how are we for spell slots? We'll save the second level one, certainly. So we'll hide. And we will slowly start progressing through this room. I don't know if they are in this space, somewhere else entirely. Let's just ready attacks as often as possible. You should definitely be hiding. And now we'll just slowly progress together until we can at least get eyeline on the mystery ogre. There it is. Why it hasn't joined the fight until now, I don't know. We are going to push back and hope that we can use thorns to our advantage here before it really gets on top of us. Let's dash out of the room. Olra. We could try and take an attack advantage whilst it's just stood there, but I think we're going to push out of the room as well. In fact, if we come to here and ready a ranged attack. The ogre has finally... No, it hasn't even decided to move. So we are going to cast another spiritual weapon. Just like here. And unless we can see the ogre, we can see the ogre from there, and from there, and from there, and from here. Alright. Ogre is in the fight. No denying it now. Halcyon. You are the key to the plan, sir. Cast spell Spike Growth. We want as much spike growth that they have to walk through to get to us, which seems to be about there. And then we're going to move over to here, ready to bombard it with attacks. Lila, we can push in. And ready. We can't ready a spell. Use your currently equipped weapon. Can't see them, so we will just ready an attack cantrip. We will push back into here. And ready a ranged attack. I don't understand what this zombie is doing. They are way too far away from most of our attempted attack actions. That'll help though. I guess we're just going to take the dodge action. We will just start attacking with whatever spells we can do the most damage with. I can't figure out if this ogre's AI is like entirely broken or if something else is happening. It just won't come in and attack us. And like, I'm fine with that. We used enough resources in this fight. It's just very bizarre. We'll keep dodging here just because we can. Round 19. How many D&D fights go on for 19 rounds? We're past halfway. We're definitely taking a long rest after this because it's just been so many spells and everything else that we've had to use to get even remotely through this fight. Luckily we now have Goodberry, so we can just use that whenever we need any kind of healing. I have no idea how many turns through this spell we are. Just going to keep filling them with magic missiles. That is some good rolls on D4s. This ogre has never perceived us. Oh, there it is. And yet they still don't try and get in to attack us. Huge damage. Is that a crit? Right. We are successful. We get 1000 XP, which is like a quarter of what a whole level. We are going to stop concentrating on this spell as the Druid Halcyon. We are going to gather the whole party, and we are going to walk back to this fireplace. The looting and whatnot we can worry about later. But right now, do we have a spell slot for Goodberry? We do. Excuse me? Yes. I would like to wait until we can take a long rest. Even if it's 16 hours of waiting for 8 hours of resting for a full day. After that fight, absolutely. Hopefully not interrupted in the night. We'll never know. Don't need to change any prepared spells. So, I'm really glad I waited until this episode to do that fight rather than thinking I could just pick off these two at the end of last episode, because that was a monster of a session. But for right now, that's going to be everything. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.